We made it to question 3B. We're on the home stretch now, team. This is 1.4, the derived grade assessment for 2025. You're following along with me as I do all of this with you. We've got this question that's simplify. Simplify, kind of a actually, it's a very simple question, isn't it? Just simplify this, but that doesn't mean that the answer is actually easy to do, right? So let's break this down into two parts. We've got the top and the bottom. We're going to have to factorize both the numerator and the denominator. I'm going to start with the numerator just because it is first. I should use a black pen. Let me change this color. 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Now, we've already gone through factorizing quadratics where the coefficient of x squared is not 1. We did it on a question earlier. I'm going to link Nancy's stuff below because, again, I think that Nancy's got the best explanation for it. But I'll just go through it real quickly here so you can watch me do it. The first thing we're doing is coefficient of 2 times the coefficient of negative 12. In this case, it is negative 24. And on the bottom, we're going to put 5. We want to come up with all of the factors of negative 24, which is Bosh! This magic right here. These are all of our factors, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. But of course, we're trying to make a negative, oops, I wasn't supposed to use black, I was supposed to use a highlighter. We're trying to make a negative number here, right? So in each of these pairs, one of them has to be negative. Either this number has to be negative, or this number has to be negative in order for our outcome to be negative 24. So now we're trying to find something that is good two numbers that are going to add up to 5. We would think that probably it's going to be these two right here, right? 3 and 8. If I make 3 negative, negative 3 times 8 is negative 24, and negative 3 plus 8 equals 5. So we've got the two numbers that we're going to be working with. I'm going to divide them both by 2. In this case, this is going to simplify down to 4 over 1. This is going to simplify down to exactly what it is. So we know that when we factorize it, we are going to have, let's see, 2x minus 3, close bracket, open bracket, 1x plus 4. And of course, 1 times x is just x, so we actually don't need that 1. I'm going to scoot everything in here, x plus 4. So we have successfully factorized the top portion of that fraction. Now we're going to factorize the other portion. We've got x squared minus 16. Now the thing that some people forget with all this is it feels a little bit confusing because this right here, this quadratic right here has 3 terms, right? It's got an x squared term, an x term, and a constant. This only has 2 terms, an x squared and a constant term. But in reality, there is actually a third term there. If we put our third term in, we've got plus 0 times x minus 16. Yeah, there is a third term there, but 0 times x is just 0, so we don't actually write it in. But that does exist, it's just hiding from us. So when we're doing our factorization, what we want is a number that multiplies up to 16, or negative 16, excuse me, and adds to 0. Multiplies up to 16, adds to 0. Well, if I put my factors of 16 over here, I'm going to do 16 right there, and then I'm going to find my factors, which are 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. We can see that we want to make it negative. One of these is going to have to be negative. Either the left side or the right side is going to have to be negative. We want these two numbers here, and I'm going to make the left-hand side negative. Yeah? So when I factorize this equation up here is going to be equal to open bracket x plus 4, close bracket, open bracket, x minus 4. Yep. And we could check our work if we wanted to. I could apply FOIL to either one of these, right? I could do first times first, 2x squared, 2x times plus 8x minus 3x minus 12, and then simplify that, 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Here I have expanded this, and I've checked my work, and I can see that this bit that I found down here matches, oh, I should use a highlighter. This bit here matches this bit here. So I know that the factorization that I did in this location is correct. Yeah. So getting rid of all that junk again. If I wanted to, I could check my work, but I don't want to necessarily this time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this fraction. So now I've got 2x minus 3 in brackets, x plus 4 over, oops, should have closed my bracket, x plus 4, x minus 4. And now I can see that on the top and the bottom, I have numbers that are multiplied together that are the same. So on the top, I can see that x plus 4 is here and x plus 4 is here. So each of these cancels out. So I can simplify this whole thing to equals 2x minus 3 over x minus 4. Bish bash bosh, you have completed your problem. If you were successful in factorizing your numerator, so if you are able to do this bit, you get an achieved mark. If you successfully found the simplified fraction, you got a merit. Yeah. So just by doing this bit right here, you have successfully gotten achieved. Okay. Right, that's what I've got for you today. As I say in the description below, if you want to go over how to factorize these equations, these expressions, excuse me, with a coefficient of x squared that is larger than 1, you can look in the description and follow Nancy's directions because she's wonderful. And you know who else is wonderful? You're doing a great job. Have a wonderful afternoon, morning, evening, 2 a.m. study session, whatever it is. Bye.